Hi, welcome to WiseCat. Okay, so today I'm just going to quickly upgrade my Moodle here. So I've got a Moodle here that is in, let's see, it's 4.1 I believe. So let's log in. Let's have a quick look around. So we go to site administration, and I'm going to do this one quick. Should be quick and easy to do. So if I do this quick and easy, then should be in and out in a few minutes. Let's go to server and let's check out our environment. And we can see in our environment here for 4.1 is what we're looking at now. Everything's all green and good. I'm pretty sure this server is actually good. I'm on MariaDB, so it's MySQL type database. And I've got 4.1.8 is running at the moment. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do before upgrading to 4.3 is I want to actually check the environment and make sure that I'm good for 4.3. Let's go 4.3. Yep, everything's green except for okay. So assignment 2.2 subplugins, they exist because they existed until about 4.1. After, if I upgrade to 4.2, because I'm using Git, that'll just disappear. So I don't really have to worry about this one at all. Let's see. So what else have I got here? PHP is good. I'm running 8.1 at the moment and 10.6.2. I've got a plenty decent MariaDB, so I'm good all the way up to 4.3, so I'm good to just go ahead with the upgrade. That's nice. That means that we won't take so long. Let's go check out our plugins. If we go to, actually, let's just go notifications and click on check for available updates. This will get the latest information, although check happened yesterday. Okay, I'm going to go to plugins overview, and there are a few updates available, and I've got like 12 updates, so I'm just going to install these updates and make sure that everything is nice and up to date before we get on with the actual upgrade itself. Moodle's pretty good like this because it does actually have an ability to grab all of the latest updates itself. So bang, there they are, they're all coming in. Let's go with that, and let's go continue there. Actually, I probably should have taken the SQL backup before, but I actually have already, I've got a script that actually does that regularly anyway. But hey, while we're here, why not? I'll show you me taking a database backup. Got a couple of extra settings, new settings. Yeah, okay, defaults will be good. And bang. And so there we are. We've got everything up to date on 4.1. There is a new version for 4.2 and 4.3. I'm going to go through both of these. Why not? So one at a time. But I could just jump straight to 4.3 without even stopping by 4.2. I won't do that right now, but anyway. Okay, so we've checked the plugins. Plugins are good. We've checked the server environment. By the way, if you're worried that this is out of date, you can actually update the component by clicking on this link up here. All right, that is definitely up to date. One last check, 4.3, just the assignment 2.2 plugin subplugins. Everything else is pretty much okay, which actually means that my max input vars and everything like that are good. In another video later on, I will show you how to update your PHP and all that other stuff. That is in the plan. All right, let's get to this because it's late at night and I want to go to bed. So let's go in here. I'm going to open up my terminal and I'm going to log into the server. So the server is my WiseCat server. So I actually have a shortcut in there for that. Boom, and it's installed there. Boom, boom, boom. I am logged in. Now let's go cd/srv/wisecat. It's not the WiseCat. Oh, that's right. It's srv/moodle/www. It's the only Moodle on this server. So anyway, in here I've got a whole bunch of stuff. Let's see what the file perms are. It's currently set to www data. I might just change that to owned by Adam for myself temporarily. I do leave it at www data sometimes so that I can have plugins installed through the web interface, and that's a lot easier. But anyway, I will actually change the owner here. So sudo change owner to Adam, and do that recursively for this directory. Dot meaning this directory. And it's going to ask me for a password. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you what that is. Why would I? Haha. Okay, so here we go. It's now here, but I do want to actually put it into maintenance mode first. So sudo as user www.data. I want to php up admin /cli /maintenance mode .php, and I want to hit double hyphens and enable. Oh, that's a bit too long for that, so I'm going to shrink that down a little bit. Okay, actually I should make this a bit wider. Why not? Alright, so that's the command there. Admin CLI maintenance mode enable, and once I hit that, now it's going to say currently in maintenance mode, no web access is allowed. I can double check that by coming here and saying, hey, let's go here, and it says, hey, sorry, server down for maintenance. That is a good thing. That's where we want it to be. So next what we want to do is take a database dump. So I'm just going to go back to my home directory, and my database is called Moodle, and so I'm going to use the root user sudo mysql. It's a mysql MariaDB one, so mysql dump. You should always take a database, right? And we're going to take the dump of Moodle, which is the name of the database. And I'm going to pipe that through this time to gzip, which zips it up for me with maximum compression. Turn it all the way up to 9. And I'm going to put that out into a file called Moodle sql.gz. So that tells me it's an SQL dump inside of a gzip file. And that is done. So now if I go ls, there it is, ls-l, and I can see that there it is. If I do even ls-lh and make it human readable, I can see it's only a baby little thing at 2.3 megabytes. That's nothing. That's tiny. Anyway, now I've got my SQL database backed up, so I'm ready to go, because I can always reverse this backup process if I need to, because something goes wrong. So I'm going to cd/srv. Well, I can just go cd minus and go to the previous directory because I was there. All right, cd minus is basically just one step back. Take it back. All right, so here, get status. Let's do a get status on this. Refreshing my index. We're almost there. We're almost there. So I got a bunch of additional stuff in there. Yeah, whatever. I got some additional plugins and things like that, which might cause some troubles, actually. Do I have anything that's likely to be issues? I don't think so. A couple of themes in there that are pretty old, like Fordson's a pretty old theme. Don't think that would work so well if I tried to use it with 4.3, but okay. If it's a problem, I can just delete this folder. So I'm not even going to bother going through it just at the moment, because I do want to go to anyway. I think I'll be okay. So git check out Moodle. Now we want 402 because we are only going one at a time stable, and that's pretty much it. That's going to update my code. And there we go. Now it's done. So now I want to get another another admin CLI upgrade.php to actually process the upgrade and upgrade the database. And that's pretty much it. It's going to ask me, do you want to go 4.1 to 4.2.5? And I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. And here it is. It's updating. I think... Is that going to succeed, or am I going to have to go back? Seems to have succeeded on all counts. And now it's setting the default values. That takes a little while too. Yeah, here we go. And there we go. That has succeeded. And so now if I want to go back and maintenance mode disable. Wow, I'm typing slow tonight. And it's been disabled and Moodle is now running fine. And let's have a look. Boom, there it is. And it doesn't look any different, does it? It looks pretty much the same, except update my site registration. Sure, I got nothing in here, but yeah, why not? I tell you what, I'm just going to update that registration, sure. Oh, I have to agree to privacy policies and things. Yep, sure, no worries. There we go. Boom. So that's updated and all good. If I go back to notifications, I'll only have one additional Moodle version available, and that's the 4.3 there, because I'm already at 4.2. And one of the reasons I actually do like to go step by step is because sometimes this will happen where you get there's a newer version for some of your plugins available, because some of the plugins were made for 4.2 but wouldn't actually be so compatible with 4.1. So that happens sometimes. And you go to, so you can see this Move plug, theme Move, which is a great theme, by the way. Good work. This one has new release for 4.2, and it wasn't going to install the 4.2 release on my 4.1 Moodle, but now I'm on 4.2. It says, yeah, man, you can update. So let's do that. Oh, I can't update anymore because, yeah, I changed the ownership, right? So I'm going to go back. Where is it? There it is. Change the ownership. I couldn't be bothered typing in www.data, so I'll just add 33. That's the user ID for www.data. Right, bang. There we go. Now if I reload this screen, now I've got install this update. Install this update. Let's do that. So let's hit it. Come on, move. Move it. I like to move it, move it. To move it, move it. All right. And actually, now that we're in with 4.2, actually, if we go back and have another quick look at the environment, that thing about the sub-plugins for assignment module should be completely gone now. So now that's all beautiful. We've just got 4.3.2 is in the future there. And if we go to our plugins overview here, we can see everything's all nice. There are no additional plugin installs required. Go to server, check out the environment, and let's have a look at all green. All green. It's green all the way down. That's why we like it. Green is good. Go green. Okay, the next step that we want to actually do is, you know, if you do know that there's a particular plugin that you've got that's going to be problematic, like for example, the Fordson theme is for Moodle 3.11. So I know that's not going to be compatible. Oh, also Boost Navigation Fumbling, great plugin for Moodle 3, but these aren't necessary. I can just go and uninstall them. And it is a good idea to uninstall them before you upgrade, because if they do have something that's problematic and will break stuff, then it might actually break the Moodle completely. There were one or two plugins that were actually a little bit bad for that in about Moodle 3.2, and they were incredibly bad because what would sometimes happen, I'll try to replicate it again, but what would happen is the upgrade just would not work, and it would not give you any error messages or anything. No PHP logs, nothing. It just basically, you'd say upgrade.php, go, and it'd be like, huh, I'm done. You know, not even an error code. So that was pretty weird and bad. So the way to actually do that is to check and make sure that they are Moodle 4 compatible or 4.3 compatible before you upgrade. And that's also one of the reasons why it's good, especially if you're using a third-party theme, to make sure that the theme has a 4.3 version before you actually upgrade. Otherwise, you might find yourself being forced to use Boost, and whereas Boost isn't bad, this is Boost. You know, if you don't want to, then you're just going to have to wait. Anyway, I think generally speaking, when it comes to my plugins, I'm just going to go back up to the top. Additional plugins now. I don't think I've got anything in there that's terribly bad. It's not going to cause... there's an Atto plugin, and they're going to be sort of, who cares in the future, because we're moving to TinyMCE. Benchmark. None of these are likely to cause any troubles. So let's go. Let's go do it again. Okay, so now we're in 4.2. Now, if I were absolutely nuts, which I am, about backups, I'm going to go back to my home directory. There it is. I'm in my home directory. And you remember that thing that I did where I took a Moodle, a MySQL dump? I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm going to tell myself that this was Moodle 4.2's SQL backup. It only takes a second to be backed up. And now I can backtrack to 4.2 with those plugins that I've removed from the database, and that's going to be good. So if I, whoa, what the heck? Close that, whatever the heck that was. Wait, get out of here. What the hell? Terminator preferences. Go away. Anyway, you're Terminator. Yeah. No edits, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to that previous directory again, and let's change the ownership back again to Adam, so that I can, because otherwise you're going to get a little git error there. Doesn't really matter, but I own it now, and so I'm going to go back to maintenance mode. Basically, I'm just repeating what I did before. Yeah, I did that. And then, where's my maintenance mode? Ah, there it is. Enable the maintenance mode. And now I'm going to go to the same git checkout, but instead of 402, I want 403 because it's 4.3, but nowadays they add them three digits in the middle with a 0, because they found that if they go to 413, is this 4.1.3 or 413 or something, they just stick another 0 in there and make it so that it's always going to be the right, it's always going to sort correctly if you put it in a list. So anyway, git checkout 403 stable. We're in maintenance mode. Sorry, I'll double check that. Woohoo! Yay, maintenance mode. And let's hit the checkout for 403 stable. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Let's check it out. Are you taking a while? All right, it took a while, but it completed. That's good. All right, now let's do that. Well, I'll just delete this and go upgrade.php. That's what we want. And it's asking me, yay, do you want to go 4.2.5 to 4.3.2? It sounds like we're going back. Yeah, 4.2 is the major version to 4.3. That's the major version that we're changing here. Heck yes, I totally want to do that. And we're off. So, success all the way across, and whoops. Let's go back down the bottom. That has succeeded all the way through, and setting new default values, so we're almost done. New settings, whole bunch of them, and you can actually see, one of the good reasons to look at these new settings is you see what's coming in, really. You have options for data privacy, allow filtering, course communication provider, that's the matrix type stuff, review max marks and things like that. Multi-factor authentication is coming in a big way, and a lot of factor administration, factor email, factor grace, factor IP range, blah, 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 blah. You can have a whole bunch of factors. Yeah, that's going to be a video in itself, but this is really cool stuff because you can actually determine different factors now. That's cool in 4.3. I'm going to add that to my list. All right. Anyway, it says that I'm completed successfully. So now I should be able to disable maintenance mode and be done. Now there is one more step. If I come back in here, WiseCat.net, here we are. Boom, it's there. It's beautiful. It's on Moodle 4.3 now. If I go site administration, go to notifications. It'll say down here, Moodle 4.3.2. That's the version that I'm actually using right now. And so this is now upgraded. Except if I click on check for available updates, remember there may be some plugins that are only available for 4.3. So that should tell me, and there we go. Look, see, plugins overview. There is a newer version of some of your plugins available. Again, even though we just updated them, because we updated them before on 4.2, and these are the 4.3 versions. And the 4.3 version of Learner actually has some pretty cool ones that I'm excited to actually get to. So anyway, I have to change the directory permissions back again. Change ownership back to 33. And that's actually the last I need of the terminal, so I'm going to close that out. And here, now if I refresh this screen, there it is. I can install both of these updates, and I think I will. And they're both themes, actually. It's the Move theme also has a 4.3.2 version. So here we go. Install available updates. downloading them, installing them, doing all the magic, doing all the work for me so I don't have to do anything myself. It's so beautiful. And everything's all green. Of course it is. We check that beforehand. And upgrade the Moodle database now. And Bob's your uncle. They're upgraded. New settings are coming in. Now this is one of the cool ones for Learn R that I really love. Is the idea that, you know how basically the purpose of different modules are actually set in Moodle's core, and they get the pink ones and the blue ones and the green ones and the orange ones. Well, if you disagree with the purpose for a plugin, you can actually set it to whatever you want it to be in Learn R now, which is really cool. So for example, one of the ones that I would be very tempted to change is this one, Forum, which Forum is set for collaboration by default. But come on, I kind of think that's communication. I want that to be communication, because joint construction stuff I think is more collaboration, whereas talking about stuff and talking ideas out, you know, that's part of collaboration, but it's actually the communication part of collaboration. So that would be my temptation anyway. You might disagree. If you do, by all means, fight me in the comments below. Anyway, custom icons files as well. You can do this if you are ready for, say, Bootstrap 6 or something. I think that's what that is. Yeah. Anyway, too tired to look now. Let's see. New settings, content, about us, pages, and things like that. I mean, Learn R just keeps getting more and more features. It's more and more powerful. Let's just save those changes and move on. And that's it. Your Moodle code is up to date. Let's do another check, because why not? Come on. Let's see. And you get to see what time that is here. See? That's why I want to go to bed. It's 11 p.m. Come on. All right. 2 minutes between the last two runs of cron, and that's because, you know, we put it in a maintenance mode, but that'll be fine. It will run every minute from now on. One of the last thing that you might want to do, if you're kind of paranoid like me, is purge all the caches. Make sure that there's no old code cached or anything like that. So that's always a good idea. You know, the site might run a little bit slow for the first 2 or 3 clicks, but beyond that, it sort of comes in there. And of course, I've still got all of my content is there. It's just now it's in a nice shiny Moodle 3. And that's it. So, I hope that was good. Yeah, I told you, upgrading your Moodle is not really all that painful. You might be wondering, well, why the heck didn't you do it earlier? Yeah, whoops. Anyway, this is the first time I think I've ever done one of these upgrade videos where it actually all went fairly smoothly. So that's great. Catch you in the next video. Until then, by all means, give it a shot upgrading. Just make sure you check your environment variables and stuff like that before you click that upgrade button, and take backups. Please take backups. Do not do this without a backup. You know, don't try this at home, boys and girls, without a backup. But with a backup, by all means, go ahead, knock yourself out and have fun. Okay, see ya.